Time to jump ahead to the bottom of inning number 8 now. Number 19 will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Number 30 will be the new pitcher.
Pirates, number 30.
Before the first pitch, a check at first. Don't want to forget about it. He's set, and the pitch. Swing and a hot shot toward third. And this will get by him at third. Down the line. It's a fair ball.
They continue to rack up the hits. That puts runners on first and second now. But, as we always say, it's what you do with all those base runners that's important. And so far, they haven't done a whole lot. Just take a look at our score.
Ben Gamble will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Ben Gamble.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Hit out toward second. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here.
Well, for a relief pitcher, he hasn't given him a whole lot of relief. That's back-to-back singles now since he showed up, and he's in a heck of trouble now.
D. Gordon will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
From the stretch, here's the pitch. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0.
Well, right here is where you've got to be smart out there. They've got nowhere to put you, so we probably won't be working the corners.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
Line toward right center. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
And with all the runs these guys scored yesterday, you wondered if they were going to have any left over for today. Sure enough, it took them a while, but they're finally on the board here with the RBI single.
Gene Segura will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. And he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
And that's in there for a strike.
Yeah, he needed that one. Something to give him a little bit of confidence.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Yeah, he's been patient here with the bases loaded, but he's backed himself into a corner now.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Even though this is still just a 1-run game, this thing could get ugly in a hurry. So if you've got an out pitch, you better pull it out of the bag right now.
And he gets him swinging. What a big out there, as there is now 1 away.
Now batting.
He knows his job is to hang on to the lead for his team. But with a guy in scoring position, he's got to do something to come up big. Not a whole lot bigger situation to come up with a strikeout than right there. He's fired up about it, but he's still got some work to do right now. He's not out of this thing yet.
Trying to hold the lead. Into the seats, 0-1. 1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike.
At the plate, the worst-case scenario, you got to be thinking sac fly. A grand slam sure would be nice, but you got to make sure you at least get that tying run home.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
And a big strikeout there. I mean, this would be quite a tightrope act if you could get out of this while stranding that tying run at third.
Coming to the plate now, Kyle Lewis, and he'll be tasked with bringing home the potential tying and go-ahead runs, both of which are standing in scoring position.
Definitely a really nice opportunity to jump out and get that early lead and get the other guys up against the ropes right now.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
In a spot like this, you got to go after strikes.
Late swing on the slider, and quickly it's 0-2.
He's still got to make one more big pitch, but this is a great start with the bases loaded.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Throw over to third. Back in standing.
Just checking.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Deep breath time now on the mound. You've got to compose yourself. And that strike zone's looking about the size of a tin can.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Polanco to the track, to the wall. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. Home run number 9 on the year. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
You talk about capping off a comeback in style. We ain't going to have to look far to find the biggest at-bat of this ball game. There it is right there. A grand slam that gives them the lead here in the late going. So all signs seem to be pointing to a potential victory.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. 0-2, here it comes. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now.
And you know, this is what the good ones do. They can wait you out up there. They sort of foul pitches off. They take pitches. They make the pitcher come to you.
A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
This is turning into a great battle at the plate.
Swinging a shot back up the middle. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his 2nd of the night.
The batter, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
We'll give you another look at all 8 pitches here in the at-bat. I mean, this was a battle from beginning to end. He took some tough pitches, fouled off a few more, and then eventually he gets his reward with a solid base hit.
Richard Rodriguez is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Richard Rodriguez.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano, as he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on 1 pitch, and the inning is over. 9 men.
Edwin Diaz.
Chris Herman is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Number 26, Chris Herman.
Leading off the inning, Josh Bell, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Boy, no messing around here in this 9th inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitching. That's usually a fastball.
And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out.
Designated hitter, Sean Rodriguez.
Sean Rodriguez will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
In there, no balls and a strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Strikes him out as well, so make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but
meanwhile now, this is a drive out to straightaway right field, and it's going to get out of here. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 22 on the year, and it's a 5-3 game now. Josh Harrison stands in as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. They're saying 417 feet, the distance on that last home run. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Played on the backhand. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Well, he did serve up the home run here to make this one a little bit more interesting. But in the end, he does get the job done, and he nails down the save.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was definitely a big part of this victory. You see there, 4 RBIs for him in the ball game. He came through when they needed him to, and he was instrumental in the win.